Hello students, today we are going to discuss second part of salary. In that we are going to discuss about computation of salary at glance, and we will discuss also gratuity, one type of retirement benefit, how to calculate um, exemption of in case of gratuity, that we are going to discuss. Now let us discuss all these points one by one so that you will get better understanding. Now, computation of salary at a glance. So, first of all, particulars, details, and amount rupees is given. So, if you want to calculate salary at large, these things are covered under the head salaries. First of all, you have to calculate basic salary. Then, in basic salary, plus fees, plus commission, plus bonus, plus gratuity, leave salary, leave encashment, pension, retrenchment compensation, and compensation received under voluntary retirement schemes. So these are all formed together, makes all types of part. It is this is nothing but one types of parts of the salary. Bone basic salary, fees, commissions, all things are received in cash only. Gratuity, leave encashment, pension, these all are retirement benefit. Retrenchment compensation, that means if a person is terminated or retrenched from the job or leaves the job, then at that time the retrenchment compensation will be provided, and exemption on retrenchment compensation is also available. So that we are going to discuss gradually. Then compensation received under voluntary retirement scheme. तो अगर कोई रिटायरमेंट होता है voluntarily, तो in that case how to calculate compensation, that also we are going to discuss in this. So these are all points that we will discuss about in the chapter salary. Now we have to discuss about what are the allowances are included. Now what is allowances? If anybody asks you what is allowances, allowances are nothing but it is one type of monetary benefits offered by employer to employee in addition to salary, basic salary. That means बेसिक सैलरी, फीस, बोनस, कमीशन एक्सेट्रा, उसके अलावा जो भी एक्स्ट्रा चीज मॉनिटरी फॉर्म में दिया जाता है उसको हम अलाउंसेस बोलेंगे. So like what are the different types of allowances are covered here. Now, dearness allowance, dearness pay, what does it mean? In normal language, dearness allowance means महंगाई का भत्ता. So dearness allowance, dearness pay, it is one type of monetary benefit. Then house rent allowances, this is another monetary benefit. Then next one, children education allowance, children hostel allowance, entertainment allowance, medical allowance, conveyance allowance, city compensatory allowance. To compensate a particular city, some extra amount will be provided by employer to employee, then it is considered as a city compensatory allowance. Then uniform allowance, then professional development allowance, transport allowance, and other allowances. Now, what exemptions are available in all these allowances, we will discuss one by one in coming videos, but these are all allowances which also forms part of the salary. Now next important part is perquisite. Now what is perquisite? Perquisite is non monetary things, or you can say that facility provided by employer to employee. So all facilities, all things which must be paid by employee, but if it is paid by employer, then it is considered as perquisite. So it is what, if anybody asks you what is the difference between allowance and perquisite, allowances are provided in monetary terms, whereas perquisites are not provided in monetary terms. It is provided in terms of facility. Any obligations paid it must be paid by employee, but if it is paid by employer, then that obligation amount will become perquisites for the employee. So here, what are the different perquisites that we are going to discuss in this chapter? Any obligations of employee paid by employer, so this is also perquisite. Accommodation, like rent free accommodation provided by employer, means to employee, then it is considered as facility. लाइक अगर एम्प्लॉयर अपने एम्प्लॉय को घर घर देता है रहने के लिए, तो वो एक फैसिलिटी हो गया, अकोमोडेशन फैसिलिटी हो गया, तो उसका भी उसको परक्विजिट का वैल्यू निकाल के उस पे टैक्स भरना है। शेयर्स एंड सिक्योरिटी इश्यूड अंडर ईसोप एम्प्लॉय स्टॉक ऑप्शन प्लान, तो ये एक तरह का फैसिलिटी है। शेयर्स एंड सिक्योरिटी अगर एम्प्लॉयर अपने एम्प्लॉय को देता है तो। कंट्रीब्यूशन, एम्प्लॉयर्स कंट्रीब्यूशन टू सुपर एन्यूएशन फंड, अगर एम्प्लॉयर अपने एम्प्लॉय के सुपर एन्यूएशन फंड में कुछ अमाउंट कंट्रीब्यूट करता है, तो देन इट इज कंसिडर एज परक्विजिट। देन गैस, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, वाटर, all supplies is all supplies are provided by employer to employee, then also it is a facility. Medical facility, other fringe benefit, leave travel concession. So this is what? This is nothing but these are the different types of allowances provided by employer to employee. Then contribution to employer to provident fund. If employer is contributing something to the PF account of employee, then also it is considered as a facility. Then interest on recognized provident fund. It is also known as RPF, recognized provident fund. So if employee is getting something in his recognized provident fund from employer, then also it is considered as perquisites. And any other item which is not covered in 17.2, and if it is provided by employer in the terms of facility, then it is considered as perquisites. Now if you make total of this all things, basic salary, dearness allowance, all types of allowances, all types of perquisite, you will get gross salary. And from gross salary, you will get three deduction under section 16. Number one is standard deduction. Number one is standard deduction, and that is fixed. All person will get 50,000. That we are going to discuss later on. Then entertainment allowance, this is next allowance, and this is available only to a government employee. And the next one is tax on employment or professional tax. If you deduct these three allowances from your gross salary, you will get your taxable amount of salary. So after deducting all this amount, what you will get? You will get your taxable salary. So this is very simple. This way you have to calculate. This is about computation of salary at a glance. Now we will discuss some part in detail, like what is basic salary. It is sum paid by employer to employee as a salary and shall be fully taxable. So if anybody asks you what is basic salary, so it is nothing but it is one type of sum paid by employer to employee, and it is fully taxable. Now, what is dearness allowance and dearness pay? It is an extra amount given to an employee to meet the burden of inflation. This is very important. Why dearness allowance and dearness pay is given to employee by employer to meet the burden of inflation, or you can say that increased cost of living, and this is also fully taxable. सो महंगाई को, इन्फ्लेशन मीन्स महंगाई, उसको कोप अप करने के लिए वॉट एवर एक्स्ट्रा remuneration provided by employer to employee is known as dearness allowance. Now, what is fees? An employee may be given, apart from basic salary, extra remuneration for doing specific job under the terms of employment. So if he is doing some extra work under the terms of employment only, then it is considered as some extra fees which is provided by employer to employee. Such extra remuneration is termed as fee, and it is also fully taxable. Now, what is commission? It may be as a percentage of turnover or as a percentage of profit. In either case, it is taxable. So, if it is, there are two types of commission which is provided. One is on turnover and another is on profit. Some percentage of profit or some percentage of turnover. And in both the cases, it is fully taxable. Now, next one, what is bonus? Bonus may be contractual or voluntary. In either case, it is fully taxable. Contractual bonus is taxable as bonus, whereas voluntary bonus is taxable as perquisite. So this is also important, and this can be asked in MCQ also, that contractual bonus is taxable as a bonus, whereas voluntary bonus is taxable as perquisites. So that you have to remember. If bonus is received as a voluntary bonus, then it is taxable as option A allowances, option B perquisite, option C bonus, or none of the above. In that case, your answer must be perquisite. So this type of question can be asked in terms of bonus. And these all basic salary, dearness allowance, fees, commission, in all that one question is which can be asked in the form of MCQ, that whether it is fully taxable, partly taxable, fully exempt, partly taxable, partly exempt. So four options will be given to you, and you have to write down in basic salary what will be your answer. It is fully taxable. In case of dearness allowance, what should be your answer? It is fully taxable. If arrear bonus is received, assessee can claim relief under section 89. So this is nothing but one time. If you receive bonus, arrear bonus at a time, then it is what? It is, you can also get benefit under section 89, and it is taxable in the year of receipt. Now we are going to discuss one important retirement benefit, and that is gratuity. What is gratuity? Gratuity is a retirement benefit given by employer to employee in consideration of past services.